Welcome to the back nine of the Cold Hollow Classic. Stop number 13 on the Disc Golf Vermont Tour. This is Angus Barstow sitting next to the godfather of Vermont Disc Golf, Johnny Betts. How you doing today, Johnny?
I'm doing great, Angus. Thanks for being here.
We're going to be jumping in to day one, back nine, starting off on hole 10. But first, the Donkey King.
Oh boy.
It was Johnny's birthday this weekend. They were very kind to throw an entire tournament just for his 50th birthday.
Great group of folks here. I couldn't ask for better friends and amazing disc golf facilities up here in the North Country. Thank you to Cold Hollow Disc Golf, Raivis, Bobby, Dana, Curtis. Excellent weekend.
Yeah, definitely a player favorite of all the stops we do here in Vermont. Here's our current point leader on the Vermont Tour, Clayton Davis, meanest sidearm in the state. Hunter Martin, absolutely fantastic player and even better guy. And there he is. You know what event this was for you playing, Johnny? How many do you think you're up to at this point?
Oh boy.
Too many to count.
Yeah, hundreds.
Yeah. Oh, something swam into frame here. I don't know what that was about.
You had those in sport mode, I think.
Of course I did. You gotta have the dip locked. Cold Hollow Disc Golf is one of the most fun courses to play in the state. Really tight technical lines. Gotta hit those angles, gotta hit the height right. Starting off with Clayton Davis, hole 10.
This is a beautiful hole. Nice ace run. Lots of aces on this hole throughout the year.
Yeah, you can't see it from the tee box, but we're actually playing over a river, which does play as OB. And that buttery smooth putter shot. Clipped a branch. We thought it might be in the drink, but ended up landing safe.
Yeah, old blue.
Old blue, that disc is over 20 years old, that birdie.
Yeah, straight flyer, gorgeous.
Went a little long on this. It's definitely a tricky putt coming back because you're looking at that steep drop off with the OB in the front.
Throwing a little pro pig on this, trying to get it to go straight. End up clipping and then almost going all the way back down the hill. Barely hung on. Hunter almost throws in from there, which would have been a pretty miraculous putt.
Oh yeah, look at that. He doesn't have them in sport mode.
Oh no, they're definitely in sport mode. All terrain. Off the top.
Oh,
Here's that comeback putt of yours.
Oh, dude.
Too bad on that one.
Yeah.
Dirty. Come on. Come on, old blue.
Man, almost.
Old blue didn't stick that one.
Played one a little long. He's got a good look at this.
That's a beautiful
There
putt.
you go. Jamming.
Coming right back at the hill.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Definitely one of the more birdieable holes, but ended up playing it exactly dead even par. So you can see how that green is the tricky bit. All right, coming up to hole 11. Playing uphill, you can play either line really with the backhand hyzer or the forehand hyzer. It's really just the height that's tricky.
Yeah, this one played a little difficult. It's
Yeah.
a little over par. It played at a 3.19.
Hunter going back to that R Pro Pig. This looked perfect out the hand.
Go.
Yeah, that's a good drive.
Great shot.
He's upset that he didn't ace it, but when he sees where it landed, I don't think he'll be too sad. Here's a replay on that one.
You can see how tight it is towards the basket. It's definitely tough to get there.
And he gets some brutal rolls on the screen as well.
I threw a Black Falls, I believe that was a Hornet.
I'm going up that left line with the forehand with a PD. Trying to get it to finish strong, and somehow it just kept going straight. Ended up going by long.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be over there.
Managed to find it both days, so maybe that disc is just not the right choice on this hole.
You can see how much more open the left line on that hole is. The flick lane.
Here's Clayton with his signature stabby putt.
Excellent
Trying
shot.
to give it a run, yeah. Really, really good touch shot on that.
25? Is that over 25? 25.
Johnny, you actually made it a ways up there.
Come on.
Gives it a float.
Like
Just
a suction.
Oh, it's looking so
Donkey.
Here I am, way off in the bushes. Trying to give like a soft float, but didn't give it enough. There's Clayton tapping in the 3.
All
There's
right.
the 10-foot putt that Hunter was upset about, but he jams it for the easy 2.
Shaving off another one.
Yeah.
Trying to catch Clayton here.
Now we're on to one of the most scenic holes in all of Vermont. A really fun one. It encourages the big arm. Get a great drone flight of it here. The owner and designer of the course, Curtis, said that when he walked the property, he knew that all other holes just had to lead to this one. If he didn't get out to this, and he wouldn't design it the way he dreamed it. So it's a
I
beautiful
actually
hole.
walked this course with this property with Curtis before the design, and when I saw this with him, it had to be a hole.
Had to, absolutely.
Perfect hole.
Yeah. And one of the few times in Vermont that you can really just unload a drive downhill, unless you're on, some of those bigger courses.
Yep.
It's really
You do have to watch out for the wind on this hole. It's usually a
absolutely.
headwind.
And it's a sneaky headwind. It only really shows up late. Hunter was trying to fight him into the right in the trees, but he ended up popping out. He's still in short grass. Clayton mashed this, but just gets a tiny bit nose down. But still in a perfectly acceptable place to get up and down for your birdie, and if not, have an easy par.
You good?
I yanked that one a little bit. Got the headwind.
Dig in. Don't go in there.
Not a good spot to be over on the right.
Here I'm throwing my more stable Wraith, and it looked great for about 30%.
Yeah, that did the same thing as my my nuke did.
Whoa.
Just got caught up in
There's
that
definitely
wind.
headwind down there.
Yeah.
Took it off to the right. As long as you're not too far in on that
Yeah.
right side rough, it's not too bad to get out of there, but you want to stay as close to the edge as possible.
Johnny throwing from a knee. Still got a good move on it though. It's not an easy thing to do. Here's Clayton. He's wide open. This is just too good.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely miraculous.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Pretty fantastic.
I'd do it again.
Here's Hunter. See, he made it out just enough. He's got plenty of space. There's a lot of height on this one. And it just kept gliding.
Stop.
Ends up in a safe spot though. So my shot, this was a disaster. I had this weird branch that I had to lean under. Not a spot you want to be. And I find out afterwards that I was standing directly next to a barbed wire fence, so I actually could have moved it out. Didn't realize. So always, keep an eye on the surround. You never know.
Well, that was a valiant effort there,
Yeah.
Angus.
Yep. Still ends up a little short, but I was happy with it in the end.
You should be able to pick up your par on that.
Yeah. Johnny, here's your approach. Spiking in perfect speed right there. Yeah, I had it a little short, but
Definitely one of those holes you'd like to get a 3 on.
absolutely. I mean, if the drive lands in a good zone, it's really,
I'm usually not happy with a par on this hole, but
yeah,
I'll
agreed.
take it. What do you think the average for this hole was?
I probably just over 4.
Exactly
Yeah.
4.05.
There you go. Yeah.
A true par 4 out here.
Yeah, Hunter got robbed on that one. It was a good putt, just a little bit high, but easy drop in four. There's Clayton with a fantastic 3.
Yeah, that's how this hole's supposed to be played.
Absolutely. This is on to one of the, I think the hardest, maybe the hardest line on the course.
I would have to agree with you.
Yeah, it's narrow, and you'll see the drone footage. There's a massive stone that you got to get up and over, and to get both the height and the line on this it's a really, really tough ask. A lot of shots will just hit that stone and drop down, and people are pitching up for a 3 or maybe a long look at it too.
Yeah, you either want to get up on top or you want to be far enough away from that rock wall there.
Exactly.
So you can have a look at the basket.
Clayton's shot was a little low, but he ended up actually kicking to the friendlier side of the fairway. Should be able to get up and down easily from there. There's Hunter with, I believe, his old T-bird. I've seen him throw some amazing shots with that. And line was perfect, but just a little bit low.
Yeah, he normally throws it high too, so I
Yeah.
was surprised to see him keep it so low on that one.
Yeah. And then this was
So
just,
pure.
Almost got it.
yep. I mean, that was only a footer. Yeah, maybe not even a foot from getting over that top.
That was just an easy sidewinder. You had the height on that, just the
But to inside, you know, it's just
just
really tricky.
just didn't flip up enough.
Ended up getting very lucky, though. You'll see here from the second angle, where it stayed up and
Yep,
somehow rode it all the way up to there.
Just kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clayton.
Clayton gave that a good run.
Yeah, that was a tough spot.
Come on, baby.
So close.
Dude,
What a
it's so
bet.
annoying. The phone started ringing. I got the volume.
And that's why you don't play with your phone in your pocket, folks.
Yep.
Johnny's absolutely parked.
Oh, what a bird! That was probably one of the few. Of the
Yeah,
day. That's a good one to get there, Angus.
certainly the first time I birdied that hole.
Yeah, I've yet to do this.
I was just joking with Hunter. That was the only part of the basket I hadn't hit yet today.
Looked like you were a good 50 feet there.
Maybe a little closer, but definitely outside the circle. And there's a bit of a downhill on the after. That's why I kind of gave it that push putt. I was very happy with that.
Excellent putt.
You guys are all just cleaning up the pars, which is fine score on this hole. I mean, it can get nasty if you get off to either side.
Exactly. It's unusual not to, see a bogey on this hole. All right, hole 14. This one played a little bit over par too, at a 3.19. This is a difficult drive.
We're playing out that narrow gap and then down along the rock wall that you could see. I like playing that force over sidearm and just, kind of hoping for the best. Clayton does the same play, executes it far better though.
It's easy to go too far on this hole.
And that was with a
Yeah.
tree hit. We were pretty amazed that went as far down as it did. There's that glow APR 3 from Hunter.
Ooh, you sneaky.
Mama.
Go.
Tough to keep track with the camera, but I mean, the basket is
that's
just
right.
left of where that cameraman was
Gotta
just
hit
standing.
that.
So that's a very good shot on this hole.
This is probably one of the hardest pin placements on the course.
I agree.
Like that.
It's the top of rock and it's steep on all sides. So if you miss your putt, you're going to be rolling.
Go out left.
Yeah, I'd say that there's no comfortable putt outside of 12 feet. on
I've
this hole.
actually seen people go over into the previous the
Oh yeah,
hole
the par
12.
four. Yeah.
Yep.
I just lay mine up. To be
I-
honest, even the layup was stressing me out, given the way that slope is. I was, there's nothing for granted.
And Curtis and I are stuck in the rough over on the left side of the pin.
Dead down and untouched though, so perfectly fine to move.
Yep.
That's a good layup right there. And this looked absolutely perfect. Took the weirdest bump.
Yep. See,
Fortunately, hung on.
yeah, it hung on, but it's perched atop that rock there. And so
See,
that's a
even
bummer.
from there, I mean, probably inside 20 feet, but it's tough to run that with confidence. So, but at least it's cage and drop. Nothing too brutal.
And it's difficult footing here too.
You're putting straight up at it pretty much. Easy.
Yeah, we didn't need a bogey there.
No.
All right, we're moving on to the beast.
Oh man. The breaker of good rounds this hole coming up. It's
This used to be 2 holes. Then Curtis decided to join them together to make the longest hole in the course. It's 666 feet. We call it the beast.
very
Par
narrow
five.
as well.
You have to have perfect placement on your drive on this hole.
And it's really it's an interesting thing because of the range. It's easy to get greedy on a few of these shots, but really if you keep it in the fairway and pick your landing spots, you'll have that look at birdie, but they're few and far between.
Yeah, you really want to get your drive up towards the amateur tee on this hole.
Yeah.
And Hunter with a beautiful turnover.
I mean, we've seen him throw that disc now on probably 5 drives, and they've all been good.
Throwing my comment. There's a replay of Hunter's. Perfect shot.
That it doesn't really get a lot better than that.
That's what you don't want to do. But luckily, I'm in the middle of the fairway. Anything to the right of that, where that landed, is just awful.
Pretty much an instant bogey if you get in the thick on the right side there. This was a great second shot, actually. It fought its way up there.
Definitely savable.
Clayton. Second shot.
Yeah,
That's
came out a
tough.
little early. But again, fortunate they didn't kick to the right.
So you're still a good 400 feet out, I would say, from there.
Yeah, and I just absolutely ruined the chance. That was a really, really bad release on that.
Hunter's in a good spot. Difficult footing, but
You can see here that that's the gap on the right that he just absolutely cured.
oh, that's a beautiful shot.
But I mean, it's no wider than 15 feet,
No.
you know, the entire way, and with a low ceiling.
We just recently did a bunch of work on this hole. Curtis rented a mini excavator and I put about 9 hours on this hole,
Oh, wow.
on this course, just trying to drain it and making it a little bit easier on the feet. It's really turned out nice, and it'll only get better with age. One of the toughest holes in Vermont.
Oh no, Johnny.
Yeah, I just keep beating my way down there.
I try and get faster with it. I switch up to a fairway driver on this to make up for the lost distance, and not a wise decision. That boulder that we can see in front, that's really where you want to be landing after 2 if you play the hole well. And Johnny, you and I are making it look a lot harder than that.
Yeah, we're struggling on this one.
Yeah, it's brutal.
One of those holes, once you get into it and you're not playing it that well, you just want it to end.
Truly, yeah. We're getting down at this point to where you're actually, playing for the green. I'm only maybe 160 out and just cook this one.
Oh, sit down, please. Hit that tree. Angus.
I'm hoping for a tree hit on that. Of course, that's when it doesn't hit it. We've all been there.
Hunter's in a great spot to get up there for his 4. Which looks like he
overthrew a little, but
Have
I
a
mean,
look at
he's
birdie.
got a decent birdie putt there. There's Clayton with the stepper. The footing didn't do him any favors on that. And I'm way back. This is another 50-footer, and yet again on the band. I'm having a brief crisis over there, but hey, we're moving forward.
Hunter with the birdie.
Making it look easy. I mean, that is just an incredible
He
bird
just-
to get.
Just gained 2 strokes on the card here on this hole.
He also only threw 1 mole for that entire hole.
That's
He went putter, 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 putter.
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So a birdie and a bunch of doubles.
Wow. Brutal.
Well, that one's over.
Yeah, thank the Lord. All right, on to hole 16. This is uphill. I think it favors the forehand up this left side and then breaking in up to the road. It can be played with the backhand though, for sure.
It's tight, so you gotta be right on the money on your drive.
Yeah, I think with the backhand you got to hit a really late flip, a lot like that. Goes a little short, but what a tree hit! I mean,
Yeah,
fantastic timing.
Thank you.
He played that well. He
Cold
kept it
hollow on
nice
my
and
side
high.
today.
Got that late turn.
Here I am throwing the crock again. Very overstable. Just trusting it to kind of fall off at the corner.
Nice shot.
And I was happy with that drive.
Yeah, that's an excellent drive.
Like it.
Representing Crocs and
Yeah, you'll see he's playing the wide side of the fairway the whole way up and just skips up, I don't know, maybe 18, 20 feet.
Oh my God.
Clayton released this early, but almost found a way through on the inside. Ended up catching a late tree.
That came out a little early.
I think you and I were both at a point in this round where the tree hits were just starting to feel humorous. You know, it's like you can only beat yourself up so much, right? And we were certainly finding a lot of them.
For sure.
Yeah. The birthday boy. This looked like it was going to go in from where I was standing. It was going a little long, but great shot. And that lands, right in the bullseye. Wait for it. Tremendous.
Oh boy. So this was a little one of the more difficult par threes.
Really?
No. I'm sorry. No, it actually played fairly good, about 2.86.
Yep, that sounds about right. Yeah, if you get that pure drive, you're always having a good look for a putt, but
Hole 17 with my favorite tree, that birch right there.
this is a great hole. Actually, it's my favorite hole in the course.
It's one of mine
Downhill,
too.
Pure. It
Beautiful.
takes a really, really clean throw. The downhill helps a little, but it's narrow, so you really have to hit an assertive line. And if you don't get the nose angle right, you're not getting a putt.
It's a beautiful green too. Fun hole to shoot.
Here's Hunter with his Rock 3, a glow Rock 3 that is beaten up to perfection. And that, I mean, at this course, if you don't hear anything, it's usually a good shot. This was a really early,
Wow.
early shot, and it just happened to find its way down. Here comes Clayton with a great shot.
oh yeah, Clayton.
That's down there.
We're gonna see another angle of this, I believe. It had this great little double kick to a good spot to putt from. Hopefully we'll be able to see it. So splits that gap, a little ding ding. There you go. And he's got an open look, which is not common.
Missed the tree.
Missed the birch.
A great late turn on that shot too.
Almost a killer anti.
I mean, he's riding it out. Hunter's ended a little early on the left, but I mean, great gap hit to get down to the green.
Come on.
That looked so good. We thought it was going.
That would have been nice.
Was that old blue again?
That was old blue.
A classic.
I was just happy not to hit that birch tree on
Yeah.
that drive.
I
That's why I got
feel
a
ya.
little excited with that
Was
that broom there.
I was maybe 65 feet or so here. I tried giving it a good run. Ended up short, but given how lucky the drive ended up, taking a 3 seemed like it was the just ending.
Oh, what a save by.
I think we,
All pars on that
yeah,
hole.
all pars.
That's a tough one to get. I mean,
Yeah.
you feel like a hero if you get a 2 on that
The
hole.
last hole, but
No
I don't
bogeys? Nope.
think it's safe to say that.
All right, on to hole 18. This is a really, really fun shot. Hunter's going for the over-the-top play.
There's so many different ways you can approach this hole.
Yeah, you can see the gap over the left where Hunter is standing now, and the pin is up on the hill in the next meadow. Great par 4.
You're actually going for the gap on that one.
Yeah, I just playing a Thunderbird, just trying to get to the other side and kind of do the work for the next shot. I was very happy with that.
Clayton just kept it a little low there.
But to be honest, the fact that it landed where it did was good. If that had made it over the hill, it was probably going to be contesting those trees. So sometimes landing a little early is friendlier on this hole.
I'm going for the layup in the gap
Perfectly done.
with the Hornet.
This hole, really, the birdie comes on the second shot. You can, I mean, even if you pure it through this, you're still got a tough uphill shot. So
The position of the tee pad makes you want to go for that gap, but
yeah,
unless there's no wind, it's usually a,
and this is
safer
one of
play.
the windier holes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
safer play to lay up in that gap for sure.
So Hunter's attempt to go over the top ended up getting cut down. He just has to putt through. This is Hunter's third.
He's still a couple hundred feet away.
Yep. Fading down, ends up hyzering out a little too much on him. It was an unfortunate break. The wind definitely got up there.
Yeah, I yanked this one. That's unfortunate.
Here I am just approaching with a pig.
That's a good approach.
Yeah, I was very happy with that.
And not a bird.
Yeah, it took a long time to get back to a birdie, but hey. As we all know, the last hole of a round can define how you feel about it. So
Yeah.
just Clayton with a long look. Couldn't quite connect on it.
Yeah, that wasn't even close on that one.
Here's Hunter to save the par. And brutal. That's his first bogey of the round as well. He had played so clean and definitely a bummer, but
Still excellent round.
an excellent round. I believe he went to the clubhouse.
Nice birdie there, Angus.
I think tied for second. Hunter was after
Yeah.
that round. I mean, it was really, really good. And yeah, I was happy to finally get a birdie on the card before the day was done.
Yep, Clayton with a 53.
Yeah. Thank you so much to Jade and Curtis for hosting another amazing event. I know we're already looking forward to doing this one again next year. Cold Hollow, you got to travel up in northern Vermont to try this course out. Absolutely amazing place, even better hosts. Anything more to say, Johnny?
I thoroughly enjoyed that round. It was excellent on a beautiful course. I thank you to everybody that put this together.